Hey everybody, welcome back to Vanta EDC. Today, this is going to be something that I've never done before. Basically, I was contacted via Instagram by Vosteed. If you are familiar with that brand, they are one of the newer brands, I believe, producing out of China. I actually don't know too much backstory right now, so but yeah, basically they reached out and they asked me if I wanted to review this particular knife, and I agreed as long as they were willing to let me basically say whatever I want. They didn't get to, view this recording before I posted it or anything like that. They didn't give me a bullet list of things that I could or couldn't say. So yeah, thankfully they were totally fine with me, just having my own voice to this initial impressions and then a review. So yeah, I've only really handled one Vosteed before very briefly, and I believe it was a raccoon. I don't know their model lineup super well at the moment, but I'm hoping to get more familiar, I guess. So yeah, I didn't really get to use it. I just got to handle someone else's real briefly. So yeah, this will be interesting because I don't know that much going into this. I know that this might be a kind of big knife, and because of that, we're going to use this, my Mordax, to open this package. There you go. Of course, hiding the address and everything. So let's see what we got here. All right, so it's a vacuum sealed package, and it doesn't say anything at the moment on the outside. So we'll get into this right here. Try to, let's see. Pardon the helicopter. I don't know if you can hear that or not. And I keep bumping the camera. I am an amateur at this, apparently. Okay. Get all that garbage out of here. So there's a sleeve. There's that tag below. Oh, this is a nicer box than I was expecting, actually. It's kind of like it's like a vinyl rubber, like a vinyl covered rubber. I don't even know. So no markings here other than the logo. This is nice packaging, actually. I'm surprised. Oh. It's a tin. Okay, cool. And there's a soft case. Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't know if all their knives come like this, or if they sent me this extra swag because I'm a YouTuber or something like that. But oh yeah, there's a hint as to what's inside. That's cute. Is it a tattoo or a sticker? I think it's a sticker. Oh yeah, there's a 30-day full money back guarantee, return. That's great. So support. So hopefully, if you do have any issues, that they'll be willing to support you, help you deal with that soon. Let's put all this here near the top. As you can tell, I don't do a lot of these, so I'm not very. You've got a little patch here, so that's cool. Get a little microfiber cloth that's branded. So there's that. Put that to the side there. And then let's review it. So this is, it doesn't actually say the name here. Oh wait, no it does, right there. So this is the Labrador, 154 cm. So that's, I've heard good things. I only have one knife in CPM 154, so it's very close, but not the exact same technically. So this is what I was saying, 3.74 inch blade. That's definitely bigger than my typical choice of knife, but maybe this will be good. Drop point, flat grind, satin finish, micarta, liner lock, great. So no guessing games for me on any of those specs. So let's open this package up. Okay, get that out of here, get this out of here. Yeah, okay, that's a pretty solid size. So this is interesting. I did look at some pictures, and I briefly looked at some specs like before I received this, and I stopped myself before getting too deep into doing any advanced research. I kind of wanted to get as much of a, kind of true first impressions when I actually opened it now. So one thing I'm noticing is it seems like it has 3 deployment methods. The thumb studs, I think this is a top/front flipper, and then a flipper tab. So that's cool. I can always appreciate, as if you've watched any of my videos, I can appreciate when knives come with multiple deployment methods. Okay, so the centering right now, it looks off. I might be able to fix that. I won't try this video per se, but I'm sure, hopefully, not I'm sure, hopefully when I do that, it'll fix itself. Yeah, there's a lot of grub, grease. So yeah, I like this contouring here. It seems like it'll be a very natural fit in the hand. The micarta, you have a good consistent, or texture to it, so it's definitely not like too smooth. I don't see the point in using micarta if it's just like completely smooth. So it's definitely got like a grip to it, and it's contoured too, actually. So that's nice. It's not just like 2 flat slabs of micarta. Is that gonna focus there? Yeah. So yeah, that's nice. It's got that lanyard hole there. So this is also interesting. They chose to put the clip lower, so it's not like a true deep carry clip, but I mean, that doesn't matter for a lot of people. So yeah, all right, well, let's I'm gonna do the flipper first. Let's try to get this fully on camera. Okay, that's decently smooth. Let's try it again with the studs. Oh yeah, oh, it's got some, yeah, it's definitely got some authority to it when you flip it out. All right, then the reverse flick. Yep, easy. And then, okay, I am a total noob at front flipping. I've like never really practiced, so I don't know if I'm gonna get this. Yeah. All right, I'm not even gonna try that on camera. I'll get some practice in with this knife. This will be my first front flipper knife, so we'll see if that's doable for me, but don't make fun of me in the comments. I apologize. I am very new to front flipping. So, but yeah, it's definitely pretty smooth. I think, let's see. I'm pretty sure I see bearings in there. Let's see if you guys can see that. Let's get my keys. Also get a light in here. See if that helps. That is not helping. Yeah, that's not helping. Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I see the makings of bearings in the, yeah. I'm like 99% sure this bearing's on around the pivot. So yeah, and then this liner lock, and then let's see, I doubt it would have a yeah, I don't see any whatchamacallit, what do you call that, like detent ball ramp on the tang of the blade. But in terms of closing it, oh yeah, oh, wow. I'm assuming because it's so I can't really display it since it's a top-down view, but like, well, here we go. So like once I disengage, it wants to go. Like it's not like, I've never had a truly drop shut like liner frame lock, but I mean, it's the weight of that blade, I think, really wants it to bring it down. So yeah. Wow. So smooth action. The detent strength was decent. Definitely got like, you know, I didn't fail any deployments there other than the front flipper because of my own inexperience with front flipping. But yeah, let's see, the lockup. That's good. I mean, I feel more flex in the handle than I feel in the actual, like, the pivot, so that's good. The ergos. So I mentioned before that I like kind of this, yeah, this is nice. This is kind of, I do feel in a way the like the front of the scales here, but not too bad. I mean, it's not like sharp. It's not sharp, but it's like, it's smooth right on the front here, but then as soon as it starts turning to like contouring, then you feel like a little bit of the texture, so it's a little different. But overall, it's definitely like a very, you know, I have smaller hands, so like I could choke up as far as this much and still have that much left over. But if you have a big hand, I'm sure you could fit still very comfortably in between these two natural dips, right, or in these two natural dips right here. And then they have a finger choil, which it's not the deepest finger choil, but it's definitely serviceable. So I like that, because especially with these longer blades, like it's nicer to get farther up in case you really need to push through something. So yeah, wow. And so yeah, the ergonomics, I feel it's definitely a plus that they're contoured scales versus flat slabs. The clip, let's see, do I feel the clip? No, like that clip is, oh yeah, I mean, look at that. That clip is very low profile. I'm actually wondering how easy that'll be to slide in and out of pocket. Oh, and I didn't point that out before, but that's kind of, I feel like that's very tastefully placed and sized. I don't generally love like logos on clips, but as far as that goes, I'm actually not bothered by that. So yeah, overall, feels pretty comfortable in hand. I think that's probably the good thing in general about bigger knives is instead of feeling scrunched up, you have more freedom to kind of choose your grip, I would imagine. I see, like, the thing is, this is the next biggest knife I own. And so, and even like this Mordax is definitely smaller, as you can tell. So, yeah, even like, and the Mordax definitely has good ergonomic flexibility, and so I think this even in some ways more so does. So I appreciate that. Let's talk about that blade. That is let's get there's some very wet grease on this. Don't murder me for using this cloth for wiping grease off. I don't really use microfiber cloths for knives in general. Okay, but yeah, I mean, it's this. So I guess they said it's a satin finish. It's a very nice, like, so it doesn't look like the typical like factory built satin that you see where it's like the striations are like really pronounced and varied in their color, and so they're like the reflectivity you can very obviously tell. This looks like a much finer satin. Yeah, here, let me tilt that like that so you guys can see that. I really like that. It's a very, like, yeah, it's a very nice, like, smooth. I mean, I'm not an expert at finishes. I've said this in other videos. I'm not an expert at finishes, but yeah. You know what I really like though? So I like the finish, and even more so, I like how high this grind goes. This is almost a full flat. I mean, it's a full flat grind here, and then there's this very tiny flat right there. But other than that, let's see, yeah, catch the light there. So like, there's this super tiny amount of flat, but it's practically nothing. So I would say in all functionality, this is like a full flat grind. So I bet you this is a slicing beast. I don't really have anything close by to cut through. So yeah, that's actually really exciting, and it's definitely got like this. You guys are not gonna love this, but like, I don't know, like this portion of the knife, like I think this is the belly. This portion right here, it's further out, so it's not like this super thin. There's like a lot more material near the tip of the blade. It's not like gonna be. I doubt it's gonna be a super delicate tip. So yeah. And again, it's 154 cm, so it looks good. The edge bevels, let's see, can we get, yeah, so the edge bevel, to my eyes, I mean, honestly, that looks more uniform than some American brands that I'm not going to throw under the bus right now, because I've gotten some American brand knives where the edge bevel's less uniform than this. So you know, one of the perks of working with experience, well, I don't know if they're their own OEM or if they use someone else to OEM their stuff, but one of the perks of using you know, established manufacturers overseas is that crank out volume is usually, honestly, the quality control and the consistency can sometimes be better. And I think, at least you know, caveat, I mean, they could have handpicked this for me, right? So who knows? I don't know if they handpicked this for me or if they truly gave me a random sample out of like a lot of these. So yeah, but I mean, in all circumstances, whenever I'm doing initial impressions or long-term reviews, it's a sample size of 1, unless I actually have more than 1. So that's I mean, yeah, I don't want to get on that soapbox, but I hate how people like treat like their impressions and experience with one copy of one knife is like definitive for the whole knife. It's like, no, it's sample size of 1. Statistically not very valid. It's more anecdotal if anything else. Anyway, all right, off of that soapbox. So yeah, yeah, I mean, overall, like, I haven't had much hands-on time with bigger folders, so I think on paper I don't love them because I don't need a giant knife, and I don't like having extra weight. I don't like having unnecessary blade length. But honestly, for what this is, this seems like a so all that as a caveat, like having not handled really many like folders over 3.5 inches, which this certainly is 3.75, basically 3.74. Yeah, this is I'm excited primarily about the blade and the ergos, which of course are some of the most important parts when it comes to an actual user knife, right? So you know, if you're watching this video because you're seriously considering it, I mean, my initial impression so far is very favorable. You know, I wish they had sent me the black one because I like black, but you know, I'm not going to complain. And so yeah, let's see, yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised for sure. And yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything in I mean, it would be nice to have the clip higher up maybe, but in some ways, if your pockets are shallow, this would maybe make it easier for it to not like, you know, get like bumped up at the bottom of your pocket. But yeah, I mean, I like that there's multiple deployment methods. I'm excited to be able to try. I am so bad at this. How do I? Yeah, I am. There's no way. This is gonna be such a rough adjustment. Learning how to do front flipping with this one. I don't know if this is. There's like a. Oh, maybe if I do it this way. I can't even. Oh, look at that. That was embarrassingly effortful. The opposite of effortless. So anyway, yeah, I will be, you know, using this periodically for the next month or so and doing at least a 1 month review. I actually haven't finalized with them if they want me to send this back or if I'm allowed to keep this. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I bet you this is a nice and slicey blade. So I can see myself enjoying using this to cut through more packages and such. So yeah, I mean, stay tuned if you want to see a longer term review of this. But so far, definitely happy with it. And you know, if I mean, you know, presuming that the longer term use of this is favorable and my review of it is favorable, then maybe I'll get to review some more of their stuff. But you know, we'll see. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to earn the right to review more of their knives. I just, you know, to me, it's important to be able to present my own personal perspective and just objective information about stuff. So in the review, I'll go over more like more of the specs and whatnot and how that plays out in reality. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.